What's up, y'all? This your boy Flame from Clearsight Music, and you are watching 117 TV. Don't go nowhere.
My poker face, got on my poker face. Man, I'm so far gone like Pluto, like a running back through that two-ho. I'm putting it all on that line, boy. Ninth in the Grand Slam, two-ho. All or nothing, no straight. Got the highest hand, no straight. Got a 10, got a jack, queen, king, and ace. That's a royal flush. If you ain't know.
Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Vickery for 117 TV, and this is Flame. Super excited to have you on our show today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So the brand new album is called Royal Flush.
Royal Flush.
There's a poker theme there. It's
Indeed.
Not just a cool name, but it actually ties into kind of this redemptive story that you take your listeners on through this journey. Tell us
Absolutely.
about that.
So the title Royal Flush, it just means in the game of poker, you've been dealt the highest hand. So it's a 10, a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace in the same suit. So if you have that set of cards or whatever, like, you win the game. And it's rare that you are dealt one of those hands. A cousin of mine who's actually very familiar with the game says you're probably only dealt one maybe like once every 3 years if it happens. And when I thought about that, I said, man, that's unique. But the Christian has that uniqueness regularly every day because of the work that Christ has accomplished. So I said, man, when I think about that in passages like 2 Peter 1:3, it says, his divine power has given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. I said, that's the highest hand right there. That's the royal flush. God has set us up to win and dominate in this game over sin, debt, temptation, trials, tribulations, and that's the royal flush. And I want people to get excited about that. So that's where the title comes from.
Good. I love that title. I love how you weave it into the music as well.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that you've had some life experiences in the past that kind of are the heart of what you choose to write about. This is actually your 7th album. That's a lot of music you've put out there. Yeah.
You know, I just think, so my music really is just a reflection of my walk with Christ, my life experience, the way I view the world as a young Christian. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, in the inner city, the hood, whatever you want to call it. And I was really influenced by hip hop culture, rap music. And it just informed the way I thought about this world, just manhood, sexuality, social ills, political things. And it just kind of gave me a worldview. And what I started to learn was a lot of the things conflicted with a Christian worldview. So I was kind of torn and divided just coming up in that environment, trying to understand who I was and the world around me. So my family was pushing me towards Christianity while the culture was pulling me in towards this hip hop culture. And eventually God just pressed me to have to make a decision through a series of events. I remember being in a tragic accident, almost lost my life. I was hit 3 times by an 18-wheeler carrying fuel. And just remember, after it just wrecked the entire left side of my body, I had to do physical therapy for maybe a year and a half. And I went to my grandmother and I said, why did God let this happen? She says, I don't know why, but you need to repent. You need to turn away from your sin and the lifestyle that you're living. She says, you know the truth. You know right from wrong. And probably a week and a half after that discussion, she passed away from a heart attack. So really those 2 events, God just forced me to have to deal with the big issues in life and make a decision. And I gave my life to the Lord then. I was 16 years old.
Wow.
So he's been keeping me ever since. Yeah.
And in that time, you've really been able to merge that hip hop culture with the Christianity that your family was really guiding you to. And how important do you think it is that is the modem to really reach a generation of people that may not listen to the word otherwise?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you think about hip hop culture, it's expanded all over the world. I like to say you can't even talk about missions anymore without thinking about hip hop because it's really infiltrated the globe, and a lot of people resonate with that type of struggle or that culture, that poverty, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of like the Roman roads. Like when Rome, they just had all these roads leading to different parts of the world. So I like to think that hip hop is kind of like that. We get to ride the waves of providence to different parts of the world, but with the gospel message. So now I get to connect with people that probably would subscribe to that worldview, and I get to introduce them to God's mind and the heart of God through the Bible. But I get to use the arts, so through creativity and concepts that are still relatable, like Royal Flush, but at the same time give them scriptures and hope from the gospel.
I love that you've taken things a step further, though, and not just putting your music out there, but really wanting to know more about the message that you are presenting. Yeah. You're actually a seminary student. People may not know that. That's so cool.
That's funny. Yeah, it is. Shout out Southern Seminary. It's just an incredible institution. And what I love about it is they're very supportive of, myself and Christian rap. And it's just another avenue to connect worlds together. I love to do that. Different cultures, different, ethnicities, different types of worldviews. So you get to take academia, this theological training, and connect the dots with everyday practical life. And that's what my degree, my undergrad degree anyway, is in biblical counseling. And I'm continuing with my master's in biblical counseling as well. So I just want to show people the relevance of the Bible. Like, it still speaks to us now in our day and time. And even in our mundane efforts in life, the Bible still speaks to how to function, how to think, how to process, and how to, be sane in a crazy world. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's not just words on a page. I mean,
Absolutely.
you know the word, and then to be able to present it in such a cool, relevant way is pretty awesome.
Thanks.
And his music's certainly getting noticed. We're talking about multiple Dove nominations, a Grammy nomination, and I have a feeling this brand new project may get some attention as well. So thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. Glad to be with you all.
All in, we all in. Tell 'em we all in, we all in. 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 Tell 'em we all in, we all in. If they asking, then we all in.
You can feel that? Every breath, every pump.